Hello, my name is Prabha Ganapathy, and I'm a Senior Global Alliance Leader for AI ML and IoT segments. Here at AWS, we have an unmatched experience driving digital innovation with our leading customers across all industries, as well as a deep history developing intelligent industrial solutions for Amazon fulfillment centers. We're seeing many of our customers working with AWS and our partners build out innovative industrial solutions leveraging technologies such as Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learnings, and edge analytics. Today, I'm joined by our customer, Jon Riesenweber of Pro Refrigeration and our partner, Jason Burch of ThinkLogix, to share a little bit about their journey on building smart connected solutions on AWS that are transforming age old industry practices such as dairy and other industries that we'll be speaking about. Welcome, gentlemen. Jon, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and Pro Refrigeration?
Absolutely. Thanks, Prabha. As Prabha mentioned, my name is Jon Riesenweber. I'm the general manager at Pro Refrigeration. I've been working here close to 17 years. And I started with the company in IT and web development, but I've since transitioned into an operations management role. But I do continue to lead the ProElliott project. A little bit about Pro Refrigeration. We're a manufacturer of connected industrial equipment. That includes our own range of industrial chiller systems, but we also build equipment for third parties, and we've served as a contract manufacturer for companies as well. We are excited about a new product development, product launch that we're making kind of in conjunction with some green initiatives. We're building the first ever packaged chiller system in the U.S. Utilizing CO2 as a refrigerant over traditional refrigerants, which is a much more environmentally friendly option. And our company has served a wide breadth of applications, specializing in equipment for food and beverage industries. I do believe one of the kind of core principles about Pro Refrigeration that has helped us to advance and innovate in our products is that we're a very customer-centric company. We're kind of customer obsessed at our core, and that provides us to focus on providing a best-in-class experience for everyone that interacts with our products.
Thanks, Jon. Jason, can you tell us a little bit about yourself as well as ThinkLogic and your experience partnering with AWS?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us. I'm Jason Burch. I'm the VP of Partnerships and Growth here at ThingLogix. I've been with the company a little over 6 years. I've been working with IoT and connected products since around 2010, so a little over 10 years. The team at ThingLogix has worked with AWS since around 2011, and with AWS IoT even since before it was a service. So we were part of a company that was based in Denver called Telemetry that was acquired by Amazon Web Services in 2015, and that later became what's now today the IoT Core service. So we've been working in the space for a very long time. And also ThingLogix is an advanced tier partner. We have an IoT competency as well as public sector. And we work very closely with AWS to identify mutual customers such as Pro Refrigeration.
Wonderful. So, Jon, maybe you can share a little bit about your smart product journey on AWS, how it got started, what was the whole process, how did you engage with us, and also with ThinkLogix?
Sure. Yeah, our company's been providing embedded web-based solutions for over 15 years, and it's just within the last 5 or 6 years that we've started to kind of focus in on providing a serverless cloud-based solution. And where that really started was an encounter our CEO had with an AWS sales manager who really kind of opened our eyes and our company's eyes and the eyes of our CEO to the impact that industrial Internet of Things would have on our industries and is currently having on the industries that we serve. That encounter really set off a desire to create an intuitive serverless cloud-based solution, which has become ProElliott, the solution that we have today. As part of this kind of guided session that AWS took us through, they actually hosted us at their facility in Seattle, and we went through an architectural design session followed by a PRFAQ. And through that process, they brought in partners like T-Mobile to really assist us in forming a complete connected solution. It was after this architectural design session that AWS recommended that we work with ThingLogix to provide an effective solution that would decrease our time to market and give us a really solid and flexible platform to base our product off of.
Wonderful. That sounds exciting. So you mentioned ProElliott. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, ProElliott is a cloud native, highly customizable platform that runs on both Amazon Web Services and ThingLogix Foundry as a core. It can be configured to address a broad range of applications, which includes dairy, winemaking, brewing, among other applications. Last fall, actually, we had the opportunity to use ProElliott to monitor vaccine storage with one of our partners in the Pacific Northwest, Medical Teams International. They were tasked with vaccinating rural and medically vulnerable communities in the area. And so we were really excited to be able to answer the call and play a role in that process. This service falls under what we call ProElliott cold chain verification. And through that process, we use a broad range of hardware and sensor options to connect and translate industrial protocols such as BACnet and Modbus to third-party assets and to display all of that data to ProElliott in our dashboard.
Wonderful. So Jason, as Jon mentioned, ProElliott is based on ThingLogix Foundry product. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more how you went about helping Pro Refrigeration get a product out in the market, and more about your product as well.
Sure, absolutely. So, as Jon mentioned, our platform Foundry is a collection of AWS serverless resources. So they're all native AWS resources that essentially have been stitched together to create a solution that gives customers about 80% of what they need out of the gate for event-driven application on AWS. And then there's always that last bit that needs to be customized based on the user interface or integrations with other systems, or if the device has a specific protocol that it sends. But essentially, it makes it easier and faster, more cost-effective for customers who want to build something on AWS. Foundry has been through well-architected reviews. It's highly scalable, highly secure, and a solution like ProElliott could take a year or more to build from the ground up. However, when leveraging Foundry, we were able to get it up and running in just a few months. I guess I'd say another thing that's unique about the solution is that it can run in the customer's own AWS account. So using a CloudFormation template, we spin up all the necessary resources, and then the customer can take control of that solution. Or if that's something that they don't have the technical capability or interest, we can also manage it on their behalf.
Wonderful, wonderful. So Jon, ProElliott sounds like a remarkable solution that applies across many industries. Can you walk us through a demo?
Absolutely. So we're excited to show a demo of our dashboard here. Just to give you an example of the three types of industries that we serve, I've got three different applications here queued up. The first is a low temperature. You can see the set point of a negative 45 temperature. This is a low temperature hemp or cannabis extraction facility. And we're monitoring their system and their operation out of Tacoma, Washington. And then I also have what we're going to spend a little bit more time on here in a second, which is a dairy partner of ours in Enumclaw, Washington, Cranick Farms. And this is kind of more of a standard application for our chiller systems and cold chain verification. And then earlier we mentioned our vaccine storage monitoring device, the Medical Teams International. And this is an example of how we've extrapolated or taken a runoff of our typical tile and made it for their project as well. But we're going to spend a little bit of time going into detail on Chronic Farms. First, I want to talk about the way that the connected assets view. So this was designed with a single facility or a single customer with multiple facilities in mind, where they could view all of their connected assets on one page, with the tiles sorting in order of what needs your attention most coming to the top. So the first in our sort order would be alarms. And those are systems that are down or are not functioning the way they should be functioning. This is a customizable set of logic that the customer can change as well. If there's something that he wants to see float to the top, if it exceeds a certain glycol temperature or any type of input data could be conditioned to give him that alert. So alarms first, then alert, then active state, and then the last would be offline. So it'll resort based on these connected devices, how they're coming in and reporting data. But we'll go further into Chronic Dairy. You can see when we click the down arrow, we get an extended tile view, which gives us a little bit more information. This top bar, again, that gives you your status, alarm, active, alert. We also have a trend line that gives you a quick glance at whether it's operating within its desired range, and then a view of each individual mode of system, whether those are operating as they're desired. And then we also provide the customer with additional sensors that they connect to anywhere in their facility and collect data off of those as well. To give you an idea on the reporting side of our tool, I'm going to switch over to a tab where I have queued up the history view, and we give the user the ability to have a highly level of customizability around these reports. They can see trending within pressures, temperatures, any of these inputs. And if they have an anomaly that they want to really hone in on, they're able to change that scale to come in and see what exactly was going on around that peak, or any particular set of data. They can look at all of their different inputs and try to identify what was causing that, or what exact time period did I see that anomaly. All of this data is available to download, and it can be downloaded within periods of time, and you can run offline reports. But we feel like the feature set that we're giving is really powerful to do quick, at a glance analysis of the data as it's coming across. Another page that we want to talk about, or feature that we want to talk about, is the operational report card. Again, this is specific to dairy, but we believe it has applications across many different industries. Within the dairy industry, they have a paper recording chart that meets what they call the pasteurized milk ordinance. And this is a regulatory chart that they're required to keep on premise at all times. It's actually just a paper chart with a pen that's plotting out temperatures as it comes across. Well, it's a very analog process, and there's not a whole lot of data or alerts or alarms that are triggered off of that. So we wanted to recreate that digitally, and that's what we have here. We have a digital version of that paper recording chart, and they're able to select multiple sensors to view within this chart, and then also any period of time or any prior week they can pull up and view that as well. We wanted to give a little bit more interactivity than that, so we also added notes. So for the dairy, when the transportation company comes to pick up a tanker of milk, they're able to make a note at a specific time that they confirm what the temperature was, or any other information that needs to be recorded around that time point in time. We also then give them the ability to track any number of temperatures or inputs that they have, and then trends of historical temperatures. They can see those at specific time intervals if they have a particular time of interest, and then just the lowest and highest temperatures that their system is seeing, or their operation is seeing. One of the things that we're really excited about this is we believe it has applications within obviously all of the industries we serve, whether that's beer, wine, dairy, pharmaceutical, but also beyond those. We think that it has a really wide-reaching effect, and we are excited to get this out into more industries and more markets as we get the opportunity to expose this to people. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is we do also have a mobile application. for both iOS and Android. And this mobile companion application gives all the same level of functionality that you have through the website, and just with the easy application on your phone. And back to you, Paraba. That is all I have today for this demo.
Now that we have seen a little bit about the product, what's in store for the future, Jon?
So we're working on taking all of the data that we're collecting across all of our devices and in many different applications and establishing some baseline through the continuous monitoring and isolating potential maintenance and failures before they occur. So we'll be able to provide our customers information and alerts about incidents that are going to potentially happen if they don't take action. So that we're really excited about that. And we think that predictive side will lead the way into a smart facility approach where we can utilize that data to make real-time adjustments to a process to ensure optimal outcomes. And this is applicable in dairy as much as it is in wine and beer and kind of across all of our applications. But we believe that there's a lot of power and a lot of reach and potential to those features. We also have a voice and SMS options that we're building into our platform. So we're working on an Amazon Alexa integration that will give the ability for the user to interact with our equipment and their smart operation as well. And then we're working with ThingLogix on a Chirply tie-in where we will be able to integrate SMS messages in a variety of ways, from technical support to working directly with their system and interfacing with the industrial IoT side of it. So we're really excited about some of those opportunities and what the future for ProElliott holds.
Wonderful, wonderful. So Jason, what's in store for ThinkLogix?
Yeah, so while most of our history was in IoT, ThingLogix is focused on event-driven solutions. And so now we're looking at things like TextTract, which can be used for Know Your Customer applications. We're also working with the Connect call center solution from Amazon. We're doing quite a bit with Lex and Poly and AI and ML. And so as new services come out, we're always kind of vetting them to see if it's a good fit to roll up into Foundry. So all of our solutions can be found on AWS Marketplace. We've got some things out there that you can look for around safe workplace with our product called WorkWatch. And as Jon mentioned, we also have an SMS-based solution called Chirply, which originally was for SMS marketing, but now we're using it. Pro will actually be the first customer that will be using it in an IoT data setting. So that's pretty exciting. And we also have some Salesforce utilities that are all built on AWS that you'll see hitting the marketplace as well. So quite a lot going on. It's very exciting.
Yes, sounds wonderful. A great 2021 and 2022. So in closing, how best would it be to contact Pro or ThinkLogix? So Jon, from your perspective, can you just share, is it online? How best to reach out if folks are interested in learn more?
Absolutely, yeah. You can view our website, visit our website, proelliott.com to learn more about our industrial IoT solution, or prochiller.com to learn more about our equipment.
Wonderful. And Jason?
Yeah, and from our side, of course, you can find us online, our website. As I mentioned, we also have those AWS Marketplace listings that people can check out, and also through AWS. So if they have a contact there, they can reach out to us that way as well.
Yes, exactly. So please feel free to reach out to any one of us if you want to follow up with more. Thank you again for attending our session. Bye-bye.